Hello friends, this is Monish and I am back again with another classic for your review, and this time it is The Pilgrim's Progress, written by John Bunyan in 1678. Without further ado, let's start with what this book is all about. So, this is a story of a guy named Christian who one fine day realizes that he's condemned to hell. And for the fear of his life and his soul, he panics and he decides to travel to the celestial city for his salvation. So this book is really an allegory, taking us along with Christian on a journey towards the celestial city for our salvation. And along the way, the adventures that Christian has, the perils that he has to overcome and be saved by. For instance, on his way to the celestial city, he meets people like ignorance, non-believers, the devil, the disciples of devil. And along the way, he meets people like hope, faithful. And in a way, the journey represents a life, how a person is to live a life if he is to be a good Christian and achieve everlasting salvation. So, let me now tell you the 3 features of the book that I think are important for you to consider, and that will help you know if you want to pick this book up and read it or not. So for me, this book is replete with, or rather stinks of, holier than thou. If you're not a Christian, you're condemned. If you're not a faithful Christian, you're condemned. If you're not righteous, you're condemned. And to be righteous is extremely difficult and extremely mysterious. And you have to have good thoughts and whatnot. And if you're not a Christian, you are condemned to hell. So yes, it certainly is replete with this attitude of we are holier than thou. The second feature is that this book is full of reprimands and chastisement. I mean, one will have to be a masochist to read this book, because every paragraph, every page, every sentence is replete with reprimands. I mean, you want to agree with the author, you want to, try and get those Christian values that the author is supposedly espousing. But the tone that the author has adopted is of dire warnings, condemnation, and really reprimands and chastisement. And it really, forgive me, but it really pisses you off. The third feature And I think which is most important is that this book is not relevant anymore. I mean, we are living in an era where we want freedom, freedom of choice, freedom of everything. And we do not want someone telling us this is right, this is wrong, do this or you will suffer this. I mean, more than, it wasn't a debate or an intellectual discourse into anything but these commands. And therefore, I think that it's not relevant anymore. Perhaps in the bygone era where most cultures were barbaric, they had to be told, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not blah, blah, blah. But today, I think we have advanced a little to, decide for ourselves. And it was kind of a revelation to read this book. It kind of explains why there are so many atheists in the Abrahamic religions. Because maybe the bygone era, the barbarism was rampant and people had to be told or given commands to not do something, not do that, and not do this. But we've moved on, and maybe the religions have to catch up with the times. Anyway, so that was my spiel, my book review for The Pilgrim's Progress, written by John Bunyan and first published in 1678. I hope that you give this video a huge thumbs up, and yes, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, so long.